Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your June soul session. Okay. I am Marlo. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' cards and see what is going on with you all for the month of June. First card out, we have Death in the Reverse. So it's you guys potentially holding on to something. I'm saying it in a nice way. It's you guys potentially holding on to something that needs to, be let go of. It's a little bit of, feeling a little stuck, a little bit of stagnation here. That's also Scorpio energy. Oh my. And then we have the devil in the reverse. That's Capricorn energy. So my wonderful Cancers. It's you guys holding on to something. There's a need for you guys to release and let go of something that's no longer serving you. And this particular thing that you guys are holding on to that's no longer serving you is keeping you in bondage, my friend. Then we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Oh my goodness, Cancer. What is happening in America? I'm just saying. If I were to say this straight up, it's pretty much the whole thing I was about to segue into. There's something you guys are holding on to that is no longer serving you. It's something that's keeping you guys, stuck, trapped. I mean, if we were to get really, really deep with it, we would be talking about I can't say that because of the algorithm. It, is an A word and rhymes with elusive, but starts with an A. You know what I'm saying? But with the Four of Swords in the reverse, it's more or less the solution to this issue is to walk away. So 9 times out of 10, if I were to be really straightforward about what this looks like a karmic partnership. I don't know why the readings are coming out like that, Cancer. This just is what it is. And I even used the fairy tale deck for you guys because I was like, this is Cancer. Energy's been crazy. Let's use the fairy tale deck, and we're still doing it. But if I were to be very straightforward about what this is looking like, 9 times out of 10, you guys are connected to dealing with a person. This could be friend, family member, romantic partner. But what I'm really seeing with this is it is a karmic partner, hence the reason why we have Justice card here, which is Libra energy, by the way. And the thing that would behoove you, because I'm saying narky, because I'm looking at Four Swords, this is more or less like a need. And I mean, we can see that more or less in this devil in the reverse, is going into this energy of recovery, because this is more or less, if we look at this as the higher octave of this particular shadow of the devil in the reverse, it's more or less you being in bondage to a particular thing. This is a cycle that needed to die with this particular person, with this justice falling underneath it, right? That makes it karmic-y. It's a very karmic-y flavor, right? So this is all about a deliverance for you guys. So it's being set free from this. So this is a connection with a particular person, group of people, situation, circumstance that needs to end, that needs to die, right? That you need to transition out of. However, and I'm saying this because I'm literally looking at these, if these were upright, you know what I'm saying? It's with these being upright, it's literally what we're looking at is this is you being in bondage to something that was literally the death of you, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? But some sense or another, I feel that there's some type of tie. It could be, soul tie, energetic cord type of thing. It could be very fear-based. But with this Four Swords in the reverse, the vibe that I get with this is that, it's something where you need to go zero contact. So this person, these people, this situation, this is something that's holding you back, that's for you, because the time now is for the scales to be balanced for you guys. So the intention is for you to move forward. So what is lying in the future for you all is something that's very much in alignment with you. It's blessings, it's abundance, it's, what's literally for you. But the only thing that's more or less holding that back. So sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. It's making sure that you cut ties with this old cycle, right? So there's a need to heal. There's a need to recover. There's a need to come out of agreement with this and cut ties with it. Because it's almost like what it is that's for you is being held back because there's some sort of tie to this old karmic cycle. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands. So of course, y'all know that I call the Five of Wands, my petty label card. So I feel with this particular person, situation, circumstance, or people, if you guys have been pondering, considering, thinking about coming out of agreement with it, it may be a really creepy thing that's kind of happening to where all of a sudden this person is going full gusto. They're making things like way more complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's like them kind of putting hurdles or obstacles, because that's what it is that I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm seeing little track runners and I'm seeing little hurdles. It's like them kind of throwing things in your path, because the whole premise of this is them trying to oppress and suppress you. It's almost trying to provoke a sense of doubt. And I kind of forewarned you guys about this before. I was saying this whole transition that it is that we're going through at present is more or less like, it's like a gate that's closing, right? And you have people who have had several opportunities to hear from spirit, to follow spirit. Majority of the people who've been following spirit and listening to spirit, it's almost having like a proverbial rapture. I talked about this in the extended for Gemini, because the judgment card was like at the bottom of the deck, and I just had a whole revelation about the judgment card and things and whatnot or whatever. But the whole thing is, it's like how it is that you have a rapture experience while you're on planet Earth is by you completely aligning with the spirit of joy, right? Because the spirit of joy is what God feels like, right? So with this oppositional energy, there's energies from people, and people who are like sleep, like the Walking Dead, proverbially speaking. It's more or less there's something in you that's trying to like rise up, like your higher self that's trying to come to the fore, or the call on your life to ascend to a higher state of being. And there's people who are in opposition to that don't understand that they're being agents of chaos, and that oppositional energy is using them to combat you. So what I would say is, like, for a lot of you guys, you're kind of on the fence with things. You're trying to make a decision on, is it me? Is it them? Are they the narcissist? Am I the narcissist? Am I the one that's wrong here? Like, should I forgive them? It's kind of being in that kind of state of mind. Right. But like the answer to that question is there's a need to cut that off and to move forward and to recover from what it is that you've been through, so you can inherit what it is that's for you. But with you guys just pondering on this in the first half of June, it's more or less like, I would say somewhere around the midpoint of June. Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible, because the 6th of June is super duper important. But I do feel this is like between the 6th and the 15th. So even though good things could happen for you, that kind of tips you over the scale, this is kind of like that last ditch effort where people are going to come out of nowhere that are literally trying to pull you back. So I said, if we were to think about it like in the literal sense of a rapture, right? When you rapture, you're caught up in the sky with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you elevating into the sky and all of these people grabbing your ankles, trying to pull you down, right? So it's them kind of coming back to you to these particular things. So if I were to put this in a context, not saying that this person is necessarily a narcissist, but because I know how narcissists work, we can use them as a great little allegory, right? So it's like narc rage, you know, being triggered by them because how dare you cut me off? How dare you move on with your life? The audacity of you for me to not let me treat you like shit, right? So, of course, you think about a person who's narky, they know your Achilles heel. So it's more or less this person is going to come in and try to hit you in your little Achilles heel place, your little weakness, because they're trying to suppress you to get you back under the submission of their bullshit. Just being honest, just throwing it out there. You know, your friend Marlo ain't going to lie to you, but you need to have that on your mind. In between that time, for some of you guys, this may happen at the beginning part of the month. For others of you, this may happen at the latter part of the month, the midpoint of the month. It doesn't matter when it is that it happens, but just remember that it is that I said that my Cancerian friend, my little Krabby Patty, you know what I'm saying? So that you're clear and you're aware. And that, you know, when this happens, because if we were to even look at it in the context of an is not is paradigm, when this is not shows up, when you've made your decision about how it is that you want to move forward, that you don't allow this to pull you back into this old cycle. The next card that we have, hello, this is my forewarning to you, my Cancerian friend. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. The whole premise of this little spiritual attack that you guys are going to go through, I mean, not all of y'all, just y'all that resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? Because those of you who are going to resonate with it is people who are leaving out of something and you're kind of on the fence about it. But you know, I said all that already. Anywho, but For those of you who get it in your mind where you're like, I'm going to cut ties from this person. I need to focus on myself. I need to heal. I need to recover. This is their last ditch effort that's going to come in. And with their whole premise of why it is that they're doing that is the Six of Swords in the reverse. If you look at what's at the bottom of your deck, hello, we have the Six of the Cuppies. Come on, autofocus, be a good machine. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of this. So I can tell you now, this is going to be someone who is from your past, which is everything that I was saying, because how else could I say that you were going through this with a person unless it was someone from your past? But the whole premise with this is, on top of that, depending on when you watch this, because of course you're going to see this before the month of June, right? So 9 times out of 10, when you see this, especially if you're a network member or, Patreon member, whatever, when you see this, we're still going to be under this energy of Mercury retrograde. And there's a lot of people from your past that are coming back to the fore. For, everyone, there's 2 different groups of people that are coming up. There's people who've made true marked change. 9 times out of 10, this is going to be people from your distant past. Maybe someone you went to high school with, maybe someone you went to college with, right? And this person isn't coming back like with a silver tongue trying to sell you anything, trying to sell you ice in the goddamn winter. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. But you see something that's truly changed about them. And it's not someone that you've been waiting on, that you've been hoping was going to change. And you're praying to Jesus that somehow, some way that they just change and realize that you're the one, or that they should have gave you that job. No, not anything like that. This would be a person you totally forgot about. That's a complete non-factor that you really did not give 2 shits and or a fuck about. And it really didn't matter to you whether this person was alive, living. You never checked up on their social media. You literally just don't care. And then all of a sudden, somehow, some way, you and this person cross paths again, and you notice, wow, like really listening to them and them not trying to sell you a story, but just being like, wow, they're legit different. Like they are nothing like how it is that I remember them, right? You have that group of people that are coming back this retrograde, and those are people who are your soul tribe. That's people who are supposed to be a part of your journey, not necessarily romantic related. Now, on the other side of that, it's the traditional pattern that we're used to, where this is people where, they're like, ooh, I had really thought about some things, and, I realized you was right. And, I'm different. I've been working on myself. I got a therapist and things. And the fact that you have to literally tell me what it is that you're doing 9 times out of 10, you're bullshitting me. You feel what I'm saying? So with this is something from your past. This is a person that was not good for you, where this stunted your growth. It was not contributing to you. Everything in your life slowed down and stopped while you were in connection with this person, people, situation, circumstance, whatever the hell it is we're talking about, my Cancer bae, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, but you came into the realization that this wasn't good for you and that you do need to let it go. It could be a thought in your mind, but this is your is that you're calling in. Here comes the is not. So this is, it's better to be, forewarned than, what is that? Forewarned and forearmed than forewarned. Wait, forewarned to be for, I don't know how y'all say it in the comments. It's one of those things. It's better to, I don't know. I'm going to stop trying to say it because I can't remember how it goes, but anywho, but the whole thing with this is it's an ultimate heads up. Because what this oppositional energy is coming in to do, and this opposition, I cannot freaking talk because it's Mercury retrograde and I hate my mouth. That's why I'm talking so fast. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, but with this oppositional energy, the whole premise, like it's someone from your past and they're coming in to create some sense of conflict to prevent you from moving forward. But what all of our cards are saying up until this point is for you to come to the realization that you need to move forward, because this person, situation, circumstance, or people were holding you back. You realize that you're thinking about, like, I don't even feel like you guys have even taken action yet, but it's like, it's a thought in your head to come out of agreement with it. And what's going to happen? Your is not shows up to try to bring you back to this. So Cancer, don't fall for the okie doke, bae. Follow your first mind. When these people come back in, don't fall for their bullshit, because I literally feel the way that this would pan out, this person or people or situation, circumstance, whatever the case, they're going to say some things that are going to really make you kind of rethink, like get you into that double-minded state. But the whole premise is you already know the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So don't fall for the okie doke. So anywho, that has been your soul session for the month of June, Cancer. I love your freaking face. I'm going over to the network, Vimeo, Patreon, all of the places to do your extended, where we're going to continue to play this out to give you some more information on this particular situation. So if you're about that life, go to the description box, because I had a couple of people ask me that they don't know how to find the extended. And my extendeds are available on Vimeo. They're on Patreon. They're on YouTube members. And then they're also on the network. You know what I'm saying? So, all the links are in the description box. So if you about that life, go ahead and click it. But if not, I still love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.